Before we get into this explosive update, if you love the Dodgers and want to stay ahead of every breaking story, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a thing. Because this right here? This might just be the biggest twist in the Shohei Ohtani saga since he arrived in Los Angeles. Just when everyone thought they had it figured out, Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman went and flipped the entire narrative on its head. And no one saw it coming. Fans were stunned. The baseball world was rattled. And suddenly, everything we thought we knew about the Dodgers' plans for Shohei Ohtani has changed. So what exactly happened? Why did Friedman make such a dramatic shift? And what does this mean for Ohtani, the Dodgers, and the rest of the 2025 season? Let's break it all down. To start with, let's rewind the clock. When Shohei Ohtani signed that historic deal with the Dodgers, everyone understood the plan. Let him dominate as a hitter while recovering from his second major elbow procedure, then slowly ramp him up for a pitching return in 2025 or 2026. It was cautious. It was strategic. And it made perfect sense. After all, we're talking about a once-in-a-generation superstar, and the Dodgers were playing the long game. But then came the rumors, the subtle signs, the carefully worded press conferences. And then the big one. Andrew Friedman, known for being calculated and measured, made a public statement that turned everything upside down. According to inside sources and confirmed team reports, Friedman is no longer locking Ohtani into a long-term pitching delay. In fact, the organization is now re-evaluating the timeline entirely. And get this, they're open to the idea of Ohtani pitching sooner than expected. We're not talking 2026. We're talking possibly late this year or early 2025. That's right. Shohei Ohtani could be back on the mound way ahead of schedule. And fans are losing their minds. So what triggered this shift? Why would Friedman in the front office suddenly pivot after months of publicly committing to caution and patience? The answer, as always in baseball, is complicated, but it starts with performance. Ohtani has looked unreal at the plate. His swing is balanced, powerful, and disciplined. He's putting up MVP-caliber numbers again. And behind the scenes, his recovery is progressing at a pace that is shocking even team doctors. Reports say he's been throwing from flat ground with explosive velocity and pinpoint control. The mechanics are clean. The arm speed is back. And the pain? Completely gone. And that's not all. According to insiders close to the team, Ohtani himself is pushing for an earlier return to pitching. This is a guy who lives for two-way excellence. He doesn't just want to hit bombs. He wants to strike out the best hitters in the league. He wants to compete at the highest level on both sides of the ball. And he's letting the team know he's ready to start working his way back now. So what does Friedman do with all this? Well, if you know Friedman, you know he's not the kind of executive who lets emotions run the show. He listens. He analyzes. He crunches every possible number. But when the data, the player, and the results all align, sometimes the smartest move is the boldest one. And that's exactly what he's doing. By opening the door to an earlier return, Friedman is signaling that the Dodgers aren't just thinking long-term anymore, they're going all in on 2025. And just imagine what that means. Shohei Ohtani returning to the mound at the end of this season? That's a playoff weapon unlike anything baseball has seen. That's a game changer in the truest sense of the word. And it's not just about winning, it's about domination. If Ohtani can give you even 3 innings in October, that's 3 innings of untouchable stuff in the biggest games of the year. That's a difference maker. That's a ring chaser. And let's not forget the rest of the roster. With the rotation already dealing with ups and downs, Walker Buehler coming off Tommy John, Tyler Glasnow trying to stay healthy, and some of the younger arms struggling to find consistency, having Shohei Ohtani as an option changes the calculus completely. Even if he's not a full-time starter, even if he's used as a hybrid weapon out of the bullpen, that's still an elite arm added to a postseason arsenal. It gives Dave Roberts flexibility, it gives the bullpen a boost, and it gives the fanbase hope. And that's what this is really about. Hope. Friedman's decision isn't just a baseball move, it's a message. A message that says this team isn't waiting for next year. They're going for it now. And in a season that's already seen so many twists and turns, from key injuries to surprising slumps to unexpected breakouts, this might be the most thrilling chapter yet. Fans are reacting in real time. Social media exploded the moment the news hit. Hashtags like Shohei returns and Friedman masterclass started trending immediately. Fans are posting mock lineups, imagining Ohtani pitching Game 1 of the NLDS, or coming out of the pen to strike out the side in a must-win playoff game. This is the kind of buzz that elevates an entire season. It makes every game feel bigger. Every update feel urgent. Every moment feel like history in the making. And let's be honest, this is why Ohtani came to LA in the first place. Not just to be a superstar. Not just to sell jerseys or set records. But to win. To chase greatness with a franchise that knows how to build dynasties. And now that vision is starting to come into focus. But what are the risks? Because with a decision this bold, you know there's always a gamble. Bringing back a pitcher early, especially one who's already undergone major arm surgery, comes with serious stakes. If something goes wrong, if there's a setback, the critics will be loud. The second guessing will be relentless. And Friedman knows it. But here's the thing, this isn't about recklessness. This is about readiness. If the team's medical staff gives the green light, if Ohtani feels good, and if the mechanics are solid, then why wait? Why hold back when the window to win is wide open? The Dodgers aren't the only ones making moves. Teams like the Braves and Phillies are loading up too. The National League is a battlefield. And in a race this tight, sometimes the edge comes from taking the risk everyone else is afraid to take. That's what Friedman is doing. He's betting on Shohei Ohtani. And if that bet pays off, it could go down as one of the most legendary decisions in Dodgers history. And think about the bigger picture. Ohtani isn't just a player. He's a brand. A global icon. The idea of him returning to pitch sooner than expected isn't just a boost to the Dodgers, it's a shot of adrenaline to Major League Baseball itself. The ratings, the attendance, the hype, it all goes through the roof. Every game he appears in becomes must-see TV. Every pitch he throws becomes a moment frozen in time. And you better believe Ohtani knows that. He thrives in the spotlight. He doesn't shy away from pressure, he owns it. If Friedman's making this move, it's because he believes Shohei is not just physically ready, but mentally ready too. Ready to step back onto the mound and remind the world why he's the most electrifying player in the sport. So where do we go from here? Expect ramped-up bullpen sessions. Expect careful media control. Expect every radar gun reading to be dissected on Twitter and Reddit, and every post-game show across the country. And when the time is right, when the stars align, expect Shohei Ohtani to toe the rubber once again, wearing Dodger blue, in front of a packed stadium that's ready to erupt. This isn't just a comeback. This is a statement. A signal that the Dodgers are done waiting. That Andrew Friedman is ready to swing big. And that Shohei Ohtani is about to rewrite the rules of what's possible yet again. So stay locked in. The story is far from over, and the best chapters might still be ahead. If you're hyped about this breaking update, drop a comment below. Do you think the Dodgers should let Ohtani pitch this year? Are you nervous or pumped? Let your voice be heard. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe for more daily Dodgers content, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. The season just got a whole lot more interesting. Shohei Ohtani. Andrew Friedman. The Dodgers. October. Get ready, because history is knocking.